eventually. Well, at least they get a note that says to redo it again. They'll get, if they're subscribed, it'll say, I don't know what the hell happened. Unless they go to the old one, because there's nobody on yet, so they have to actually find it. Live chat. Well, there's 2 of those, so they're finding at least anyway. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, somebody tell where we went if the other one's still open. At least I'm not by myself anymore. She found, well, Drea found it anyway. I don't know what, well, there's 6 people on now, so they're finding us at least. I'm so sorry. I turned it on live and it said hi and then it stopped. Then I don't know how to restart it again, but now I'm really hot. I saw Runa was here and Charlotte was here. See, she found one polished monkey, Andrea. It works. I'm sorry. I fucked up. Bad word. Can I say that? I have blueberry of the mouth now.
I don't know. I'm Norwegian.
Yeah. Is it as black and dark out where you guys are? Well, and then Greg is on his way. Hopefully they figured it out. I can maybe post a new link if I can figure out how to find the link. Yeah. Oops. Put the chat back. I'm afraid to click on anything now in case it just stops. But pop out chat. I don't know how to share this link.
Yeah, but the ones that have found you
They found me. Well, yeah, because they subscribe. So if it subscribes, then they get an email that says Karin says new thing. There's Righty and Righty. Runa and Heidi have become Righty. Runa and Heidi nettopp dratt herfra tilbake til julefeiringen. You guys were in Røros. I saw Heidi and Runa and the other Heidi were in Røros. I wanted to know if they found any Blåfjell nisser. Do you ever watch that? Blåfjell?
No.
You're Norwegian.
It's a little bit after my time.
Yeah, it's like when I first came to Norway, it was kind of new. But the blue nisse hats that go straight up. You have to look it up. I'll write it down.
No, I know.
Would have found it. No, you do, but they don't. Blåfjell nisses. You can look that one up anyway, and that's where you can see where Runa and Heidi and the other Heidi were. Gloomy early afternoon, says I can see my breath in the cold air, about 20. We can see it too. Hello, Peruta. So you're a Hufflepuff?
Yes, whatever that entails.
Peruta can enlighten everybody what a Hufflepuff is, because Karl is a Hufflepuff. I'm so disappointed. We have to get Greg here. He will be here soon, I think. RK Hagman, hello. Røros are float. I have not been to Røros since 1996. I think it's time to take a return trip. But I do know that the amount of snow they had in Røros is comparable to the amount of snow we have in Duluth. Sorry, I'm dying. And you have a cat. It's if you look at the screen, the butt is on your head. So, Susan Youngman, hello. Coldine Adirondacks is 4 Celsius, had 2 inches of snow earlier this week, almost gone now. We haven't had any snow here really, but it doesn't stick here anyway. It kind of looks like you. So this is what I made for the Christmas calendar that Maria Hill has. It could be Greg. He's missing. Should I make that Greg? So it's the Grinch. You can put whatever face on you want or just leave it as a weird looking thing that like this. But we have, it's the Grinch, yeah. This is the one, the pattern is coming out on Maria Lindheel's Nalbinding Advent calendar. She'll have it linked on all the needle-binding pages. But I'm still texting the pictures, so it might be a little late tomorrow, depending on how fast she can post whatever I took forever to send her. So, it's the Grinch, Greg. See, Regina knows. Hi, Regina. Do you have popcorn? Oh, your hands. You took them off.
I took them off there in the office.
He actually wore the fingerless gloves I made. We didn't think he was ever going to wear them, so I was going to steal them back. But damn it, he wore them. Pruda says Hufflepuffs are loyal and hardworking. They have an affinity over animals and love for good food. Well, the animal thing is right. Loyal and hardworking is great. I'm not sure about I haven't really given you any good food. I'm so sorry. But you have a food recipe.
Yeah, I looked into what Norwegian people do with their herring. I was misremembering a little bit. Boknasild is half unsalted, half dried herring. So you start the drying process, but you don't finish it. This is, well, it's edible. It's not super good.
It's edible.
What I was thinking about is called Boknasild or Tursild, which is dry herring.
I can write that.
You salt it very lightly overnight, not longer than that. And then you dry it until it is more or less completely dry. But herring is so fat that it won't be dry. It will just be reddish in color and still very, very fat. The difference between kubbesild and tursild is that, and that's mostly cosmetic, because on the kubbesild you use the herring whole. You gut it, but you don't do anything more to it. With the tursild, you split it in two, so you have two halves of a herring that have been salted and dried. Very lightly salted.
This is Christmas?
It's, well, you have it in Christmas because I think it will be ready about Christmas if you make it in the autumn, I think.
Yeah.
But it's traditional winter food.
Yeah.
It's
I kind of think it sounds good.
one way to preserve food that doesn't require an enormous amount of salt. So it would be popular among poor coastal people in lean times.
Where you're from?
Yeah.
Because you're on the coast.
Yes.
But what is it? Is it going to be any kind of fish or just?
This is herring.
Just herring.
You can dry any kind of fish, and you can also make the bokna version of any kind of fish, half dry it. Dry fish, completely dry. That's a good provision food, but it's not something that people have been eating a lot. Maybe in the north of Norway, but not among.
But yeah, but herring is like huge. You can get a whole bunch of different kinds of herring in Norway.
Yeah, there was a lot more of it earlier, but you still get. It doesn't take a rocket science to fill your freezer with herring if you want to.
Oh, that would be. I would eat that. I think. Drea writes pickled herring around Christmas here in Minnesota, USA. She's from Duluth. I like smoked herring anytime. I take smoked herring, but the stuff that comes in the glass with all the
pickled one.
Pickled ones.
Sursild in Norwegian, sour herring. Very popular. My mother is a big fan.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of people I know here eat it, but I have not succumbed to that way of the Norwegian lifestyle yet, and it's only been 23 years. Not gonna happen anytime soon.
That's kind of strong tasting, so you don't want to eat it alone, but with toast, egg, butter, and some sursild. That's good. That's I can recommend.
I might give it another go. I'll see. It took me a while to like brown cheese, but once I like brown cheese, I kind of have to have it all the time. On with butter on waffles. It's really good though. But see, R.K. Hagman says I had fried fish herring in Kiel and Lübeck. Do you say Kiel or Schiel? I never get that right.
In Norwegian you say Kiel, but don't know what Germans are calling it.
Yeah, I am not sure. I always said Schiel. Well, then of course you have New Norwegian with the ch. But I think I don't know. And Lübeck anyway. But they have. I wonder if fried herring is a bit like smelt. There's one time a year in northern Minnesota, at least, where you get small fish from the river and you fry the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're so good. Head and all.
Now, if you have access to fresh fish, as in I killed it an hour ago type of fresh,
Yeah.
then everything almost is good if you fry it.
Oh, I'd like to try that. Brown cheese is awesome. Says Arctic Hangman. Yeah, Kiel, Germany, or Shield, Germany. Kiel, Germany, Shield, Germany. It's there's a ferry boat that goes from Oslo directly there, and it's a popular destination. Then we get out and shop and spend way too much money at the mall there, I think, for a couple of hours, and then we turn around and go back home again.
Yeah.
Ought to be Norway and Germany. What do you eat brown cheese?
Yes.
There's a bunch of different kinds of brown cheese. I have to eat the G35 kind. I don't know why, but apparently it's more mild.
This part of Norway is really proud of their goat cheese.
That's the brown cheese, isn't it?
Yeah, they make brown
but there's
cheese
some that's like
from
almost
goat.
dark. It's really dark brown.
But as most foreigners are very quick to point out, brown cheese is not really cheese. It's waste products from cheese production.
Yeah.
But it's still very good. It tastes like caramel.
I was surprised. You actually put it in brown sauce too, a little bit. When you have, what is it, Kjørtkaker sauce?
Yeah, that's I wouldn't say around Trondheim. That's popular.
Yeah.
To throw brown cheese in everything.
Somebody taught me that. Now I do it all the time, except I think I put too much in there. But it's so good. There's where Drea is saying, yeah, many bars in Duluth, Minnesota serve deep fried smelt with chips or fries during the smelt run. Because it's only when they're frisky. Is that it? There's an overpopulation of smelt anyway. And then you can, I think it's only like literally the window to eat that is what, 2 weeks? Smelt. She has it typed out right in chat there, but I have to click on another window and see if I can show you. S-M-E-L-T. Fish, yeah.
We use a similar word to describe small mackerels.
They're really tiny. Yeah, they're just, I mean, a big one is like
mackerel.
this. What is that? That's smelt anyway, but they're river freshwater, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, then I wouldn't know that.
But there you go. Heads and all, even the tails. It is so good. But if I remember right, the window of opportunity is like literally a week or two.
Maybe. When it comes to freshwater things, I don't really know much.
I haven't had those in 20 years. I need some. So, Drea, if you know more about the smelt run, please inform us. We even have the Magic Smelt Run puppet parade down by the lake walk. Oh, I have not been a part of that. Things have changed in Duluth since I've been here. If you have the Facebook page, link it if you can. I would love to see more of that and subject him to our weird traditions. Here, the only Geitust is Ski Queen. I've seen that one on the Sons of Norway. They list pictures of this thing called brown cheese called Ski Queen, but I've never had that before. I have the Tina one, T-I-N-E. Hello, Doro says hi from Karsten and me. Who else did I miss here? Minus 2 inches of snow, circa 2 inches of snow, and where Hegman is, but nothing impressive. The Grinch kind of matches you. So there's the Grinch did not have a home until today. Hi, Robin Woodman is here as well. And Bruda, Heidi, who else did I miss here? One Polished Monkey. It's frigid. I like the name One Polished Monkey. It has me thinking sick thoughts. It's frigid here in Kansas, cloud and dreary.
And it's polished, not Polish.
No, it's polished. It says, yeah, otherwise if it was a polished, it would be no ED on the end. And then Nell is here, of course, and they found us. So I'm so glad. We have 15 people who found us, so that's not bad at all. We just have to yell at Greg to get here. So I have to write his name. Adrian Spenlow, do you know his blog? No blog. Right. So Adrian is sick. So and not doing well. So we sent him, it's not the corona, but anyway, it's something he's had a long time. So we made a video for him today, and we decided that since he cannot be here, this has to be the fill-in for him because they look uncannily alike. The only thing is he's missing a little pink. But he's a storyteller Viking and a skald here in, what is a skald?
Skald is, Well, the nerdy answer is that a skald would be some kind of combat bard.
Combat bard.
Yeah. The idea is the Vikings don't write things down.
No.
The skald is responsible for the stories and basically the legacy of whoever he is working for.
Yeah.
And since Viking chieftains and kings lead from the front, the skald also has to be a pretty good warrior because he has to be right up there to keep an eye on what's going on. So, yeah, a combat bard.
Combat bard. I thought it was like a jester, but I can't see a jester fighting.
Oh no, skald is not like a jester. Well, in one sense, skald has a little bit more leeway when it comes to insulting people than other people would have in a Viking society.
Mm.
But that doesn't. That is not unlimited either.
Mm.
According to the Chronicle of Norwegian Kings, Denmark was contemplating going to war with Iceland over insulting poetry. So
insulting poetry? I kind of want to hear that.
Basically, an Icelandic ship ran aground on Denmark. The ship was whole and the crew was alive.
Yeah.
But instead of helping them getting their boat back on water, the Danish just declared it to be vrakgods, drifting goods that nobody could claim. So they just took all of it. And when the crew finally managed to get back to Iceland, they are complaining to the Icelandic king about this. And the Icelandic king obviously has no way of demanding reparations from Denmark. So what they do instead is that they make proclamation that every bard on Iceland, every skald on Iceland, should every day make a nidvisa, an insulting poem or song about the Danish until reparations are made. The Danish don't want to make the reparations, but the Icelandic skalds are really, really good at making insulting poetry. And some of these are probably so catchy that people are even humming them in the court of the Danish king. So when the Danish king ends up in war with Norway and he has his entire fleet far up the Norwegian coast anyway, he contemplates attacking Iceland, well, basically under the heading of, when we are this far north, we can just as well do it. So he orders his Sideman, his magician, to scout in advance. His Sideman says, well, no problem, I can do that, and jumps off the ship and is gone for a week or two, and then he comes back and says, yeah, no go. I shapeshift into a whale and swam to Iceland, and Iceland is protected by every kind of supernatural being. They have trolls and dragons and elves, and it's hopeless. We should just go home. So I go, okay, very well done. And then they just plunder Norway by systematically on their way back. I'm not entirely sure what really happened here, but this is the way it's described in the Chronicle of Norwegian Kings.
Yeah. Sounds like the place to be. No, but I kind of like the idea of insulting through stories. I kind of do that already. He's on tour. Greetings from Germany. It's Marcus and Nadine. I don't know if you remember them. They're from Germany, but they were here last 2019 now, so it's beginning to be a while ago due to the COVID year that we blinked and missed. But yep, so I hope they come back soon. Oh, it is one polished monkey, but it's not. It's for her love of nail polish. So it's not nearly as what I was thinking. But I like that. That would work with the. No, I forget, somebody else who likes shoes anyway had a name. Yeah, she said I remembered right that it was only about 1 or 2 weeks that the smelt was available, and I think she put it down here. Magic Smelt Puppet Troop, nonprofit organization, Facebook page. I will look that up. Oh, Merrick is here. He's alive after a week offline and day of fight with a 230 volt. Finally back. His computer broke. So Tabern Averjantis, if you find him on there, that's where we get all our Viking stuff. Well, not all of us, but I do anyway, my little Viking cooking things and stuff. And linen and pots and spoons and anything you want hand carved, he can do it. Would you play with him? So we're Viking today because we were celebrating Adrian in the Chieftain's Hall, and now that Grinch is officially an icon of Adrian. So he will remain here all year long, and this will be Adrian. He will get his name in pink runes in the back because Adrian likes to wear pink because he's a skald. Meanwhile, my cats are usually afraid of you when you have Viking clothes on.
I think I've gotten used to it now. The other one was a little bit worried when he saw me in Viking clothes today. So he hid. But he's the end of a 15-meter long leash, so it wasn't really that difficult to find him.
No, but they seem to be doing okay. I think it was the fur they didn't like.
Yeah, no, it's...
No, that one, you own him now. He's your best friend for life. Can I interest you in a cat? Asylum Farm. I like that name too. Good morning from snowy Wisconsin. Love the Grinch. I like the name Asylum Farm. I want to go there. Do they have nail polish? Just, R.K. Hagman writes, a chronicler, a poet, a keeper of oral history. That's a good description.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Arlene Cross is here too. Hello. Now, I'm glad you found us. I don't know what happened with the live. It was sitting on loading. So I tried to open it up in another window, and then it started working, and then I shut the old one, and then it shut the whwhole thing off. So I think we were live for about 5 seconds while I was, you were still walking over here. I was hoping Greg would show up soon because we have about 30 minutes left, but we have these. Do we just open them now, or do you want to? I have to see what else was there. We were gonna say something. There it is. Wait, I have a plan. Yeah, I think his phone must be off. So we were going to talk Odin as Father Christmas. Do you know anything about that? We were talking about that last week, but
it's the thing that Greg was touching on. I think this is eight-legged horse to eight reindeer. I think that's kind of milking it, but there might be something there.
Eight-legged horse. I heard eight-legged whore. Just eight-legged horse. That's not the same thing.
No, there is a difference. And it's kind of important to keep these things separate in your mind.
What could an eight? That's quite a market. Eight-legged whore. I don't know if it would be very Father Christmassy, but
I don't know if that is something you should pay extra for or something you should get a discount for, but one of the two.
Discount. I like that. Anyway. Sorry, you were saying about but yeah. Greg.
That's probably stretching it a little bit. But, there are some weird things about the way the birth of Jesus is described in the Bible. Among other things, there are shepherds out. And even in Israel, you don't have shepherds out in the middle of the winter. So the timing has been purposely led to when people are already used to doing religious ceremonies. And both the Greco-Roman pagans and the Norse Germanic and probably the Celtic pagans, everybody understands that something happens in the winter when the sun turns. So almost everybody already have a religious ceremony around them anyway. So putting the most important Christian one, the Christmas, at that time is probably a tactical choice from the early Christians. So a lot of the fluff, the trees and the gifts and the food and the traditions is probably not something that came with Christianity. It's things that are older and kind of lies in the background anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Christmas tree, that has a lot of background. I think with the, in different cultures too. Like Germany, I think, has one view of it. And we have Christmas stockings too, but you guys don't do anything like that here.
Some do.
Yeah?
But I think that is a tradition that has come from you guys.
It is, I think. The first, when I first came here, 1997, I think the second Christmas, 1998, I had to make everybody a Christmas stocking because they found out that if you know, that, and the stockings were hung by the chimney with care. So if they all had a Christmas stocking, they'd get a bonus prize, a bonus present, because if you, whether or not you open your Christmas presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, Santa comes on Christmas Eve and leaves you a little treat in your stocking if you hang it by the, well, chimney, if you don't have one, the stairs or whatever. So my ex's family insisted that they all get socks so that they could get a bonus present. And so they did. That was the year I made 20 Christmas stockings. Quilted. I'm a glutton for punishment. You were talking at the end about a premium stuff or a runic calendar, I think it was.
Yeah. There isn't really so much more to say about it. It's to keep track of the religious holidays. And the way society worked, and this is kind of interesting because it's a similarity between antiquity and the early medieval times, is that there is a whooping load of holidays when I shouldn't say people cannot work, because you have slaves and you have people you don't care about who work anyway, but where proper people can do no work. So you have the day off, and then you look at your primstav and go, okay, now it's 8 more days, and then it's Saint Bertram's Mass when I cannot work again, and so on, plus every Sunday, and so on and so forth. So a friend of mine, he is eccentric, but he is of the opinion that the Industrial Revolution is the greatest scam ever pulled, because before that, a master craftsman would be paid in money, alcohol, candles, and everything he needs for his work. Every second day is a holiday, so he doesn't really have to work that much. And since he is a master craftsman, he has like 8 apprentices that do most of the work anyway. So he is living the good life and happily engaged in all of his holidays. But what he doesn't consider is what this would look like from the apprentice point of view, because they probably have to work a lot harder.
Yeah. This was the one that you were talking about where they switched, the slaves and the masters would switch.
And that's Romans. That's Saturnalia.
You have to tell that one. I like that one. You said it last time, but you tell it again anyway.
The basic idea is juxtaposition of social roles. So the masters become the slaves and the slaves become the masters for one day. The slaves probably have enough common sense to remember that everything is back to normal tomorrow, so I can't really whip the senator, but I can have him serve me some drinks and so on.
I want to whip the senator. Well, no, he could serve me some drinks. That would be good too. I'm starting to see the...
You are aware that since you're an American and you actually have senators, this might go in the category of terroristic threats.
I'm not living there right now. I'm an expatriate. I hate that word, but it's that's what they call it when you are an American living abroad. But I can't help but notice the Hufflepuff thing. She might be onto something with that one. That is one very happy cat. What was it? Love for animals she wrote up there? Get my head out of the gutter. Pruda knows me too well. Let's see. Where did she write the Hufflepuff thing? Yeah, Hufflepuffs are loyal, hardworking, and have affinity for animals and love good food. There, you own that cat.
It's mostly correct.
Yeah? What would you say? What would you say otherwise is different?
The love for good food, well, yes, I'm a human, but I'm not exactly known as a gourmet.
No, you have to explain your dining habits. Your gourmet cooking. You made food for me once.
Yes.
He cooked me food.
I made food for her by buying 2 frozen microwave dishes, having an Icelandic blacksmith explain to me how to use the microwave, and then instead of listening to his explanation, just have him microwave it.
And all we needed was 1 fork.
I don't like dishes. 2 ingredients is complicated in my world.
So maybe the love for good food might be a little off there. Lindsay Langley writes, stockings were hung by the fire to dry. That's probably more accurate here too, actually. I don't know if I'd want them to put treasures in my stinky socks hanging by the fire drying though. But I'll take a present. What the hell? Drea writes, I have heard something about St. Nicholas reaching through open windows and then dropping money into the shoes, airing on the floor below the windowsills. I think that's December 6th, St. Nicholas Day.
Yeah.
6.
I think I've heard something like that in connection with the Dutch.
Yep, German as well, I think. But yeah, so we have that sometimes. Some families will do that, but basically I think you put your shoes out. We used to try to cheat on this one and put several pairs of shoes out. You know, if you have more than one pair of shoes, you should definitely put them out because maybe you get more, but Santa doesn't fall for that crap. So only one pair of your shoes gets a little treat, and it could be a little figure or something or a little piece of chocolate. But that would be in your shoes in the morning, basically. So it was kind of a fun thing. We haven't really done that here because I haven't done that here with my kids though, because we have the Advent calendar, which is what that is, which is huge here. Like I said, in the United States growing up, I mean, there's different traditions for family, but it would just be a little felted tree and you take a little felted ornament and hang it on the tree every day. But no, you guys take your calendars flipping seriously here. Those things are expensive. I think sometimes it's as little as just one little piece of chocolate in a window every day. Viking Valley has given us scratch off ones. Those lot like not a lottery ticket, but
it's like a lottery ticket.
It's like a lottery ticket, yeah. So so we can scratch those off every day. Are you winning on yours?
No, I'm not winning.
I haven't started mine yet because my kids wanted to do the scratching.
I'm wondering what became of Greg.
Yeah.
I just hope that my little conspiracy with the French girl hasn't caused him to...
Explain. That's fun. It's pandemic times. We're kind of bored.
Yeah, you don't have more drama than you create yourself. So we have this French girl who works here, but for time being, she is working at the gas station right across the street. And every time I'm over there, I'm bragging about Greg's quiche. And she is going, yes, but he's English. The English cannot make quiche. No, it's really, really good. And then she says, maybe I can make a quiche. And then we can compare and find out who can make a proper quiche. So I'm back and talk to Greg about it. And Greg, being his normal, nice, polite self, is going, yes, no, that might be fun. So I go back to her and says, yeah, I've talked to Greg. And Greg says, bring it on, bitch. And
that's not exactly what he said.
What? Yes. Oh. So I might have caused a little bit extra quiche drama between the English and French.
Basically, what he said, he was the quiche king, but Karl decided to translate to Marie as "bring it on, bitch," and she's like, yeah. So I think we're going to be eating pretty well for the next couple of weeks.
And when he told her that was what he said, her blood is already up, so she answers, well, I'm French, you know what we do to royalty.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty good. This will be almost done soon. I only have, 7 more to go? It's Christmas coming. I'm making hats. It's almost done. But that's super fast Oslo stitch and fat yarn. But it's that wool, if you wanted to know. Blown. Thing is, since he's delayed, and I suspect he's delayed because we had a little Adrian time, and I think he might be a little emo. We have not opened all of our DVDs. So the advent calendar is talking about where you open one new item every single day. Toril, the council leader for Viking Valley, decided that we would be bored here during the pandemic in these very high touristy times, as we are entertaining cruise ship after cruise ship coming through. Nope. Anyway, so she went through all the old DVDs and put 2 per package, and we have to watch one every day. But because we're not always here at the same time, we decided to collect them up a little bit. Do you want to see what we got for number 6?
Yep.
We have all the way up to the 12th today to open. And if Greg is real fast, he'll get to open some. If not, you and I are going to have one hell of a party. Oh! That's a good one.
Oh, God.
Karl's picky when it comes to films.
Wild Wild West.
with Will Smith. It's
Or Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs is funny. It's a bunch of dads trying to go back to their biker days. So if you think of Tufa, a whole bunch of Tufas. No, but except for these are diaper changing dads and everything, and Tufa's kids are a bit older though. But so basically they wanna make their own little biker gang, and they're I don't know if they had Vikings from the beginning, or one guy did, but they all decide they want to do, and it's a pretty fun midlife crisis ×4. And
Yeah, no, I'll take midlife crisis over
steampunk Wild
this
West
thing.
Yeah.
And then a completely blank one.
Nope, that's not blank. That's Dangerous Liaisons. That's the one I was telling you. You might actually like that one. It's John Malkovich. So it's what takes place 1700s, I'm assuming. The dresses that were huge with the big butts and all the white powder in the face, and everybody looks like Mozart. So basically, John Malkovich and other lady, I can't remember her name of it anyway. They you've been. It's
Tethered to a cat.
He's tethered to. Anyway, so basically they are developing conspiracies and playing people against each other. So that one you might actually like that one. You can keep opening because I'm covered in yarn. This one has something heavy in it though. And every once in a while she threw something different in there. The kitty is in heaven, said one polished monkey. Caught the leak, I, Karl. What'd you get?
It's a banana thingy. And
Okay.
since she is adding a little painkiller, this
I like that you refer to it as painkiller.
these movies might be bad.
Oh, Downton Abbey. That you're gonna suffer through Downton Abbey. Oh, that is Warcraft. They made a movie out of Warcraft.
Yes.
The look of pain on your face.
Then we have director's cut Hellboy Disc 3.
Well, that means we'll have to just find the other disc.
Special features.
We're only gonna watch the special features of Hellboy.
Oh, good! How I needed a painkiller for this one.
So this is your choice, Devil Wears Prada?
No, I know it is going to be.
Warcraft?
And that says so much about the alternatives when I Warcraft. It would have to be Warcraft.
Yeah, Drea says I have a lot of these movies. These are my old ones. I mean, some of these I haven't seen in 20 years. One thing I found out is some of them are still American zones, so I have to get a different player to play them.
I could look at that as potential for salvation, but unfortunately, the ones this far, the ones that has been Zone 1 America, is the ones that I actually want to see.
Yeah,
so
I'll bring my American player this week. And Banana Cream Company? Well, it's alcohol anyway, but I don't know. 20% alcohol. What do you do with banana? This is something for your Viking mixology. Banana. What are you going to do with that?
I'll come up with something, but
What do you do? Anybody know what you do with this? Anyway, we'll figure it out before I open another one. Should catch up. What are Norwegian customs about children's teeth? Do you have a tooth fairy or a tooth mouse? I haven't heard of a tooth mouse. We had the tooth fairy. If my kids don't clean up their room, then the tooth, because you have to put it under the pillow. So if their room is too messy, it has been known that the tooth fairy can't make it to the pillow and it's still there the next day.
no, it is the money for teeth scheme. You put your tooth in a glass of water next to your bed, and then you have some coins in the glass instead of the tooth the next morning.
So
at least that's the way it worked when I was a kid.
Yeah, we had a little envelope or something we put in, but I put them in a glass of water because it kind of cleans them out a bit. And then, of course, Tooth Fairy pays more for the molars because they're a little older when those come out. But here's a morbid thing. In the Viking world, nothing goes to waste. What do you do with the human teeth? I might have a pretty good stash at home. I have twins. What can you do with those? Some of them are completely busted in half because the other tooth comes in and goes. The baby teeth, they're like capsules anyway, or caps. So the other tooth comes in and it grows and it's bigger than the old one, and then this one explodes. So some of them are in like 3 pieces. But anybody got an idea on what morbid thing I can do? Maybe Viking themed with kids' teeth. This sounds like a Cajun thing. Anyway, that would be quite cool. Did you enjoy Dark City last week? Dark City was a zone 1, so we will watch it this week. I have to bring my American player because it's zone 1 and we are in zone 2, which is Europe format. But I think you'll like it. You saw the previews. We actually looked for it on Netflix and didn't find it. We will find it. Okay, next one. Number 8. Are you sure you don't want to watch The Devil Wears Prada?
Yes, I have already seen it, and it's not something I would like to see again.
Funny thing is, we were talking about that quite recently.
Deck of cards.
Oh, we're playing cribbage. I brought my cribbage board. They don't know how to play cribbage here.
More Hellboy. Director's cut disc 1 this time.
Haha. So now you can't just get away with watching the director's cut.
And disc 2.
Oh, well, yeah.
And more Warcraft.
That's going to be trickier. That's a PC game. That's the game disc. But that's okay because you got the movie. Oh, and Spore. That's a fun game.
And that's also games.
It plays on Mac, I noticed. I could probably play that. I like Spore. Does that count as a movie if we play the game? I didn't realize I had computer game discs in here.
The only thing I see is we now seem to be forced towards Hellboy as well because we have all of it.
Yeah, there's more than one Hellboy too, actually. No, that'll be fun. You've seen Hellboy?
Maybe.
You might like him. He's an asshole. Spore though, if you have never played this game, you start out as like a little spore anyway, and then you spawn into whatever creature you want to make. But for fun, you should go on YouTube and look up Spore and Robin Williams, the way he teaches people how to play the game. Because Robin Williams is hilarious anyway, but check that one out. Okay, number 9. Yeah, I suspect they're having a little reminiscing of Adrian in the other room, since he's not doing well, and I think Greg might be there, in which case we'll tell the story of Eden's apple. We'll save that for him next week. More alcohol. You're going to need it.
This time.
Which kind of Bacardi Peach, though, isn't it?
So we are going up in...
Orange rum. What can you make with these? Yeah, cribbage is huge here in Minnesota. So Drea knows as well. Every Monday night we play cribbage at the Anchor Bar, which actually is in Superior. I did bring my cribbage board, and it has a Minnesota loon etched on it, actually. And so I have to teach them how to play that game.
What is this?
Oh, that is Benjamin Button. Benjamin Button is Brad Pitt, and he ages backwards. Starts out as an old man, and he gets younger and younger and younger. That might kill you.
And the Brothers Grimm.
That could be fun to watch your reaction to that.
It's those two, because the last one is Spider-Man bonus disc.
Yeah? Is there anything on the side? No. So, Brothers Grimm?
Is that the action-adventure? Brad Pitt aging backwards, or
Brad Pitt aging backwards is another one. Benjamin Button. I think it's actually got more than just the name Benjamin Button in it. Wait, it's here. Let me take off my glasses for this. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. So he's very curious, but he's a very old baby here. And look, it's Region 2. We can watch it. Or Brothers Grimm, which I know I bought that one in Norway.
Sounds less painful, but
but look, you got alcohol.
Yes.
I don't know what orange and banana taste like together, but we might find out. We still have the one from last week too, the brandy. The little one. Okay. Number 10. Lost a... More alcohol. You're going to get through this, Karl. You just might not remember it.
Yeah, this is girly drinks and girly movies.
But it's like it's experimental Viking mixology. Mandarino cream. Campany. What do you do with these? Hi, Charlotte. Yep, she found us. We saw her just before she disappeared.
Them. This is
Straight up.
Stardust.
Stardust, Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, okay, that might be worth it. And these are blank or what? No. Well,
yeah, that one's a recordable CD. She just put a blank one in there. So that one is nothing. Is the other one also? Yeah, they're recordable. So it looks like it's Stardust. You might like Stardust if it's Neil Gaiman. It is Neil Gaiman, though.
It would also maybe be interesting to find out what you have recorded on these.
I don't think they recorded anything on them. I think I just threw them in there for space. So,
yep.
Could be games. Could be books. Could be. No, I don't think there's any photos on there either. Okay, number 11. We're almost up to date. How about I take away some of your... Started with Gwyneth Paltrow. Who's right. Drea says we have to mix them with soda or Sonic drinks. I'm thinking tonic maybe. If you have Sonic there. I don't know. Is Sonic or tonic? Whoa, more alcohol. You're going to make it.
More of the same.
Orange this time, though. This one wasn't orange. This one is mandarin.
Okay.
But we have this one in orange, too. You know, Karl's a lightweight. If he drinks one of those, he's smashed off his butt. It's kind of fun to watch. And then you take him down to the gods and ask him to hold a speech.
You've known me for quite a long time, and you've only seen me properly drunk once.
He couldn't even walk. So I had to hold your arm as you walk all the way over there. And then we get all the way back after all this stuff goes on. And you say, tell me when we're going down to the gods. So I can't. We were just there. Oh, you're going to have. Oh, that one is the lantern, isn't it?
Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern. It's a superhero movie. And Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2 feature disc.
And Spider-Man 2 regular the movie.
Okay.
It's good.
Can't avoid these creatures.
All right. Which one is it going to be? Spider-Man or the Green Lantern?
I don't know. I've heard about Spider-Man, so I know who that is. Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern. He has a ring, I think. And what the hell does the Green Lantern do? What does Green Lantern do? Because I can't imagine his powers come through a lantern if he flashes green light or what in the heck he does. I think I've only watched that once. So clearly it was worth owning it. It was a superhero phase. Okay, next. Today's date is the 12th. 12/12. Freya says Brothers Grimm's. We have to do that. Oh, and she remembers the Anchor Bar, the olive burger with bacon, fries, originally made. Oh, no, the mushroom burger. The Portobello mushroom burgers. Oh!
Rod Stewart, Merry Christmas.
That's a CD. I guess we're hearing Christmas music. No, he has a really good one. Santa.
Yahtzee dice and...
We're playing Yahtzee. We could use dice, though. We need more dice, but...
Oh, no.
Is it Yahtzee, Super Yahtzee, or Maxi Yahtzee?
Maxi Yahtzee is on the form thingy here.
That's because you have 6 die instead of 5.
The lowest one says Maxi Yahtzee.
Yep. So you can get 6 of a kind. Are you going to do that with or without the alcohol? Because I've already have to teach you how to play cribbage, but I'm going to need you to pay attention.
Yahtzee, I have been able to play this at one point in my life, so I just need a refresher. So okay. I can probably do this with or without alcohol, no problem. And then we have the Golden Compass.
Yep, that one is the same one who does his Dark Materials.
Yeah. So one thing I know nothing about is somewhat similar to another thing I know nothing about.
Philip Pullman, I think his name is, but he wrote his Dark Materials, which is on Netflix, I think, or there's a series that made off of it. I haven't seen the series yet. I have seen the Golden Compass, and compared to the book, it sucks. So I'm really hoping that the series is better.
That is.
But you might like it if you haven't read the book. If you've read the book, it's all out of order and out of whack. So I was kind of disappointed with it. But
that's almost always true. The book is almost always better.
There he goes. He put his head in the bag. See if you can pick. See if you can pick up the cat. Curiosity killed the cat. Okay, let's see. We've got about 4 more minutes so I can read through here. Cribbage, yeah. Cribbage you make I think it's makes in sets of 15, then you do points around the table. It's fun. Arlene Cross says we could make a liquid fruit salad. Funny you should mention. Can you do that with regular salad? I wonder if my salad would taste better if we dumped a crap load of
I think what she is referring to is banana.
I know, we could put those on there. Do you think it tastes better? Well, actually, no, just a lot of melon or something, or grapes, and that could be good. I don't know.
I think we have enough painkiller there to go through one of those movies. But,
I'm thinking Devil Wears Prada. He can do it. We could see who's the bigger bitch, Meryl Streep or you. That could be fun. So next week we'll go Saturday, which is the 19th, I think. Hopefully I think I was talking to Tourl earlier. Maybe we might be able to go from the hotel restaurant, which is closed right now. There's a nice Viking theme in there or something. We'll figure something out. But we'll go on Saturday next week. She was gonna, I don't know, she had some ideas anyway, so we'll see. Let's see. Stardust is fun, says Lindsay. So that one's the one to go with. Charlotte is waving, by the way, cat above your head. You are a denim Viking today. Oops, sorry, this way on you. Fast food chain depends on the universe. Stardust with Gwyneth Paltrow. Fast food chain depends on the universe. Green Lantern is willpower. Power of will. Bad CGI. That sounds so good for you. Yeah? Anything that okay, so okay. Another one is that movie was bad if you're a fan already of the Green Lantern. And then of course Yahtzee gets a woohoo, and it's for adult quarantine, says Charlotte, about all the drinkies things. I'm thinking New Year's Eve is set. However, okay, so yes, last week somebody posted a picture of a video of their tour they took with you through Viking Valley. They're sailboat people, and about 9 minutes in the film, then they start showing your tour, and quite a bit of it. It's not all of it, but it's part of it. So, and you are a superstar now, because I mean everybody had like 1,100 comments, and they all are kissing your ass. One of them called you a bearded fool, though. So but then they retracted the comment, and it's no longer there. So I'm kind of disappointed, but I'm gonna keep calling you the bearded fool. And the other one thought, wow, this guy's really great. I mean, he must be a retired college professor. Do you want to tell him how old you are, Karl?
I'm 45.
He's 45. I'm older than he is. But I like that they think you're a retired college professor. But you didn't get any other. That's about the only negative comments you got on the whole thing.
And yeah, I don't think the retired college professor is negative.
No, neither is the bearded fool, actually. Good. I know quite a few bearded.
The bearded fool is kind of negative,
but they retracted it. It's no longer there.
I would like there to be at least one person in the comment section of that thing that wasn't overly thrilled, but he changed his mind. So
it's a public link on my Facebook page. I don't friend people too easily on there because I've got pictures of my kids, etc. But things like that are already public on there, so you can find it anyway. You should see it. It's really good. His tour is awesome. But one thing they ask you a lot about is to have your own YouTube channel, because you don't have that. You're allergic to social media.
Yeah.
But you should really do that. And then what would you do? Would you go Viking? Would you go history? Or should we just film your reaction to movies that are really bad? Because that would be really entertaining.
I really don't know.
So if you have any suggestions, then we'll try to get him onto YouTube. I think, yeah, watching your reaction to this one, the Grimm Brothers Grimm, would be good.
If that is what I think it is, then I'm not even trying.
Well, no.
But
they have swords, though. You like how those make a noise when they come out of the sheath?
Yes, one of my favorite things.
You have to explain that. We've got a few minutes extra because we screwed up in the start.
Listen to this. That's the sound a sword or any other weapon would make when you pull it from a sheath. And then listen to any movie. And you'll have the sound it makes when you sharpen it with the whetstone combined with this sound. Which is kind of true for a special type of machete used in the Vietnam War, but it's not common. You don't usually have a whetstone connected to the lip of your sheath, so that every weapon, when you pull it, it goes swing.
He gets so mad every single time. It's more entertaining watching your reaction to the movie than the actual movie itself. So I think you should do that. Pruda says you should definitely have a YouTube channel with all of those options. I think you got to do it. You could. We'll have Pruda can advertise you. It'll be fun. Karl the Hufflepuff. The Hufflepuff Viking. Okay. Lindsay Langley says, for some reason, Facebook algorithms will delete the person calling out a troll, not the person doing a trolling. Well, that could be. It's YouTube, though. That video is on YouTube. I just have it linked on my Facebook. But do they do that on YouTube, too?
I don't know.
I don't know if they removed that comment. It wasn't that bad. They called you a bearded fool. I thought that was funny.
It wasn't removed either. It was edited by the guy who put it up.
Yeah.
Because he said something along the lines of brilliant video until they bring on the
bearded fool.
Tourist trap bearded fool thingy.
Yeah.
Then somebody answers with some kind of cryptic insult to him, calling him a pinhead. Then he answers back in the same sense, and I go back and forth for a little bit. And when I look at it the next day, the comments are gone, and it's edited to just say brilliant video.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened there.
No, it almost sounds like they were just playing with each other anyway, and then either that or he watched it again and heard what you were saying and decided he couldn't call you a bearded fool anymore. But the things that they liked the most about your tour, 3 lines I think that came in. One of them was armed Nordic tourism. I like that one. That's you guys, Norwegians or Scandinavians or Vikings anyway, invading Normandy. Is armed Nordic tourism, France that is. And then you have the use of a Dane axe when you flip it so the blade is down and pointing up, and you have this really creepy look on your face and say, if I'm feeling particularly evil. And then, of course, who is the god of cranes? Who's the god of cranes?
That will be Frey. Frey is very concerned with the structural integrity of lifting machines.
Frey. Okay. We'll figure out what happened to Greg. I think it's because they're having there's a bunch of Vikings in the other room having a little toast to Adrian, so maybe it's alive or something. Asylum says stealthy sound doesn't sell well in action movies. You've got to have the sword swing. And let's see. Reaction videos, Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's what I said. MST3K. You have to do reaction videos.
I think we have enough time on our hands in January at least, so we can experiment a little bit.
We could do that. You have a YouTube channel. You just don't have any videos.
Yeah. No, I would probably use something fresh-ish.
Yeah. Give yourself a different name. Maybe YouTube as well. YouTube Google equals Google. Yeah, I have that link up here. I can find here. It's called The Truth About Vikings. Is their what they called it. It starts at 8:50.
You want to watch it, it's a good idea to watch all of it.
Yeah.
Not only the parts that I mean.
No, I meant
Because
that's where
they
the
have
two.
some really spectacular shots of the landscape. And
Oh yeah, they do. No, watch the whole thing because they sail in and then they dock outside Baka, and they're in that. She says narrow fjord, but it's not a fjord, which is the longest and deepest, narrowest fjord, or the third longest, deepest, narrowest fjord in the world, behind Antarctica and Chile. Did you know that? I Wikipedia'd it, so that's true. Anyway, so it's really cool to see that as well. And it's just as deep and narrow as it is straight up. To be fair, that's one of those sounds chef's kiss, laugh out loud. Should we say bye? Because we hit 1 hour.
Yeah, bye.
See you Saturday. Thank you. And